Alrighty, it is Saturday, but I have to go back to Friday really quick. So we rested for a bit. Really, we were trying to go to sleep. I think she successfully went to bed, but I didn't. I got up at 5. I knocked out 3 audio files while completing the artwork for Fauna and her father. And I set up the character poll page. So all the artwork is ready for that. And the line art was set up for Monica to color. And I got tired and I got off at around like 8. I went straight back to bed. So yeah. I woke up at 4, but I didn't get out of bed until 5:30. I resumed editing the audio and clearing through my scan folder for stray pictures. I ended up printing out a whole bunch of like old outfits that I drew like years ago. I found a few I want to use for the finale and for miscellaneous other things. I kicked Monica out of bed at 6. She made breakfast. We ate, and then I finished the last audio, and I got off at 8 a.m. I set my video to compress, and then we took a shower. So that's pretty much where we are right now. When I get back on, I'm going to update my YouTube, and then I'm going to try to find a joke for Dominique's comic, and then I'm going to finish working on the chapter 29 first extra. I was hoping to get this done before the end of the week, and so far I've failed. I think I'm probably going to be finishing this up on Sunday. I don't see myself finishing it up today. It makes me kind of mad. But I'm glad that I have put the other sets of extras in the position of being almost finished. So I feel like the one that has the best chance of getting done right now is Dominique's profile, and then the character poll. So everything for chapter 32, basically. I still have to think of what to write for the Year Too Early comic for chapter 31. And that's it. And I have to think of the actual summary text for Fauna and her father. So that's as much as I can think of to say at the moment. What else is there we need to do? So money comes in on, I think it was Tuesday. No. Money comes in on Monday. So we're waiting for that. Is there anything else? I haven't had a chance to work on the chapter 48 script. The more that I don't work on the 48 script, the more that I have to keep pushing back when I'm going to complete, when I'm going to do chapter 50, because I was hoping to do 48, 49, and 50 this week. But I haven't had a chance to work on 48 yesterday or today so far, and so I think I'm either gonna work on 48 at a weird time of the day when I'm not doing anything else, or I'm gonna work on 48 on Sunday or something, because like I just don't have the time at the moment. I really need to finish those extras. So I don't know if I want to do what I did last time, just type out an entire like thing for it. I think I should, because like I did some brain dump ideas, sketches of what's gonna happen in 48 and 49. I'm just hoping that when I work on it, I really think I should just clear out or at least mostly just get down to the meat of the Fauna and Byron scene, so they can talk about the main things that they're interested in talking about, and then just like land it. I don't know if I want to add anything else to that. I don't feel like I really should. Anything extra, like interweave it with the scenes. Like I said, I think it's going to be Philippe, Tag, and Fouillard, and then Fauna and Byron, and then Philippe and Warren on chapter 50. So, yeah, I really hope this works out. And then I have to, between 60 and 70, just end the series. End the series. I have to land the major, like, climactic part of the series by that point in 20 chapters, and if I don't, I have to extend to 100. And if I do that, I'm planning on pausing the queue past the 50 mark, because like I wanted to at least pause it like with about a month, or at least keep pausing it every 10 chapters. I think it would be best to just pause it for a month and then pause it every 10 chapters so I can get back the time that I'm losing. Other than that, I don't really know what else I can possibly do. The only thing I could think of is to start accelerating production, but it's really hard to get some of these scripts out on time fast enough. So I'm really trying to get like at least 3 chapters written at least this vacation, For 47, that's done. 48 and 49, I really wanted to do it. And then 50, 51, 52, I assume I can do next month. Because those are all going to be the February chapters. Because I'm just trying to do the January ones. And see how that turns out. I don't really know. All I know is that we're getting closer to finishing this set of blank notebooks that they're little blank booklets that Monica made for me to storyboard in, and I'm not sure if I want to keep using them or if I wanted to try using some of the grid books I bought at Daiso recently. I kind of feel like I really would like to try using them at least for one thing, just to see what it'd be like. I don't know. Alrighty then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Sunday, but I have to go back to Saturday really quick. So, after we got out of the shower and I had recorded, we ended up hitting Bonds and we got like $7 worth of veggies. I got home, I loaded my video, as well as completed the character poll announcement extra for chapter 32. So that's completely done now. And I got tired and I got off at 3. Went straight to bed. I don't really know if I actually managed to successfully just sleep. I don't really think I did though. I do know is that I woke up, I'm gonna say sometime around like 4. I got out of bed at 5 in the morning. And then I went straight back to work on the chapter 29 extras. I typed out what I thought of during the evening for Pasha's section, and I fussed with how to make it like align. Because like it was at a slant, so I had to figure out how to align the text with that. And I ended up completing the comic along with it, which is the second extra. And then I managed to load that to the mirrors, and we got off at about like 7 something. I don't really remember. It was almost 8. And so we sat around, we started talking about what we wanted to do with our budget. So we decided to go to the bank and we deposited the last 500 that we had because it's completely made of 20s. And we ended up hitting Target and we got more groceries. So that was more or less what we did. We ended up spending $30 on food. Ugh. Almost bought paper towels that we passed on those. We got back around, it was like a little bit before 11. It was like 10:40 something, I think. She cooked the grandma's chicken that we bought, and after we ate, I went on and I completed the proofread for chapter 30, and then I did 31, and I think that's as far as I got. I went straight through 31, and I ended up bouncing around rereading stuff that I did like in the last 5-6 chapters that we just did. I reread some of them. And it always gets me how I don't enjoy making the comic, but when I reread it, it's interesting. it always like blows my mind at how that happens, because like I always feel like so like distressed and frustrated with creating it, but then when I actually go back through it, I'm just like blown by how interesting it actually is, because it doesn't feel interesting while I'm working on it. I also was noticing some of the technique changes that I used. Like, for some reason, at some point I started to lighten the snow, and I don't remember when I started doing that. All I know is that originally I would just make the snow color and just leave it very strong and very blatant. But then like after a point I started to fade out the snow a little bit. I don't know how to explain that. Alrighty then. So yeah, after that I loaded chapter 30 to the mirrors, and then I struggled to load everything to Imager so I could load it to LiveJournal. That was a bit of a challenge. I had some trouble with it, but I managed to get it to work. Oh, what else happened? So I just got off right now. It's 1:30. Everything's been loaded. Volume 3 is virtually done. The only thing I need to do now is to just I need to change the summaries for every single chapter on LiveJournal in tandem with loading everything to Tumblr. So that means I had to come up with new summaries per chapter and then queue all that to Tumblr, and then take all those summaries and put them all the different LiveJournal entries. So that's the last thing I need to do. I think I should do that tomorrow, if not tonight. I don't know if I'm going to go back on later because around about 3 to 4 is usually when we try to go to sleep. I'm not sure what state I'm going to be in. One thing that's definitely for sure, I have done nothing for chapter 28, and I've been hoping to do something for the last 2 days. I just haven't had a chance, and I'm trying to figure out. It's like I'm still getting more ideas for it, and the more I think about it, the more I feel like I'm just going to keep like pushing this back. And because they're supposed to attack the Hurricane Brigade immediately, and I'm a little worried I'm going to be wasting entries all the way up until volume 6, which frustrates me. Cause I don't want to be wasting the first 2 to 3 chapters of volume 6 just pussyfooting to get there. But there's so many points that need to be made. Ugh. Like, I'm only still just thinking about what the Trade Wind Brigade is doing. I haven't actually had a chance to actually figure out how to insert everything the Hurricane Brigade has to do. I feel like if it hadn't been for the extras, I probably wouldn't have a part in the story. Oh my god. So, like, I'm trying to figure that out. Because, like, the scene with Dominique is also just as important. We need to go back to her for a moment, and I haven't had a chance to do that. I mostly fixate on everybody else. At the moment that we cut to with the Trade Wind Brigade, they became important, and I had to go back to them. So, like, I'm just getting kind of frustrated how do I want to approach this. So, yeah. I've been thinking about just taking some, like, post-it notes or something, or 3x5 cards or something, and just writing down the major situations that need to happen and in what order they should happen in. So, yeah. I don't know. Alrighty. I told Monica that Serenade was today. I saw that yesterday. I completely forgot to check it, so most likely we'll go back on and work on that. We'll watch that later. I also need to work on the second extra for chapter 31, because like that's almost done. All I need to do is just tweak it a little bit, fix a few things in the background, and then add the text, and I can finish that. Other than that, I need comics to work on 31 and 32's first extras, and I haven't done that yet. So I'm like really stuck on how I want to approach this. I don't know. Alrighty then. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Monday, the very last day of 2018. But I have to go back to Sunday really quick. So we made egg salad with the remaining eggs. Tried to watch Serenade, but there was nothing to see. It's on break for the holiday. We decided to go to bed at 3. I wanted to wake up earlier to work, but I ended up waking up at 2:44. So I went back on. I updated the budget. I ordered the pilot refills. I knocked out the drafts for the 4-panel comics I need to work on in order to complete chapter 31 and 32's extras. And then I typed out summaries for all the Tumblr Q chapters. And then I moved all those summaries to the LiveJournal ones, and that was pretty much it. I got off at about 5 right after I kicked Monica out of bed. She made pizza, and then because I forgot to turn off the internet when I kicked her out of bed, she decided to go back on. So while she was doing that, I was working in the bedroom on catching up my journals and planners. And then when the pizza was done, we ate together in the bedroom, and then we left for the bank at 6:30. But by the time we got there, the ATM was out of service. So we're like, okay, let's try the Anaheim Plaza's ATM. So we went all the way to the Anaheim Plaza, and the ATM would not give us a $100 bill. So we just like scrapped that idea. And then I was like, since we're out here, we might as well go to Target and get the fabric drawers and the pillow that we wanted. So she picked out a pillow for me. I got 4 fabric drawers for the unit that we built recently. And then she bought some batteries because according to her, my keyboard takes a battery, but I didn't notice. So she's worried that it's going to run out soon. I'm not really sure myself. So, I mean, I rarely ever use the keyboard, only when I need to type, and that's it. So, yeah. Got home at about 9. And we were way too tired to do anything for a while. So, instead, I ended up finishing and loading the Tumblr, all the Tumblr chapters. So I have 13 items in the queue, right now, so that's good. That gets me up all the way until the beginning of April, so I don't have to worry about that for a while. I am still concerned about chapter 27 because Fauna has bombs for breasts, and I might have to get that what is it? I have to get it appealed in case it gets flagged. So I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. Once I fixed all that up, I stopped to eat lunch, and in between that, I ended up clearing out all the metal drawers next to Monica's computer. I did find that not everything fit in the fabric drawers. There was some things that were just too big, and I have to figure out what to do with those now. I really don't know at the moment. I'm like kind of stumped. So yeah, we hit Albertsons after lunch. We got $66 worth of food, but there was just some things that they didn't have. So when we brought everything home, we ended up going back to Vaughn's. First, we hit the bank again. The ATM was working, so we finally pulled out the $600 to put away in the stash. We tried to hit the Japanese bakery, but it's closed until the 4th of January. So we hit Vaughn's and we got a couple of groceries. I didn't see how much it came out to. I need to go update the budget again. And then we got home at like 12:30. So I went back on to type out chapter 48. It's going pretty smoothly. I feel like Loris's introduction was very smooth. I'm kind of excited for this chapter now. And I stopped at 2 really quickly to record. I'm still on the computer, so I have to run back on and do that. I just wanted to make sure I recorded for today. So I'm going to see how far I can get into chapter 48. I think I'm probably going to end up stopping at the conversation between Tag and Warren. So I already know what they're going to say. I just have to like think about how to phrase it. And if I can't get it out on the computer today, I'm most likely going to write it out. We wanted to do the laundry tomorrow, but then I remembered tomorrow is New Year's Day. I don't know if it's going to be open. I kind of don't see it not being open, but kind of like also don't see it being open either. So I'm just like, I really don't know. I figure we should just push back the laundry until Wednesday instead. Hopefully it'll be open by then. What else is there? I think that's virtually as much as I want to say. I don't really have anything else in mind. I really do want to work on the Dominique 4-panel comics, but like if I can't get those done tomorrow, I most likely will work on them while we're doing laundry on Wednesday. So hopefully that'll work out. I have no idea. All I know is by Friday I want to start working on the drafts for chapter 47, and if I have extra time I want to do 48 as well if it's ready. But if 48's not ready, I'm gonna hold off on it. I really wanted to get to chapter 49, but a part of me also wants to just type out as much as I can for the scene, all the scenes in consecutive order, and then just divide them by the font. If I can get the font down to like between 6 to 7 size and try to measure out where it logically makes sense to stop, I could probably chop them up into like maybe hopefully like 3 to 4 chapters. I'm trying not to go over chapter 50 because like by 50 I want to be in the main action again. I don't want to be pussyfooting with the setup anymore. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Alrighty then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Tuesday, the first day of 2019, but I have to go back to 2018 really quick. Okay, so when I went back on, I wrote all the way up until Warren initiated conversation with Tag. Literally have not gotten back to it since then. I got off at about 4. I slept until 10, and I heard the fireworks go off at 12. It's been windy. And it's surprising that people try to shoot off fireworks anyway, even though it's really not recommended to shoot fireworks on a windy day. So, yeah, I didn't see a single one of them. We kept the windows closed, the blinds closed. So, yeah, I ended up getting out of bed at 1:20, and I worked on the 4-panel comic. Specifically, I worked on Dominique's 4-panel comic for her profile. And I ended up buying Monica those big markers that she wanted, and they were on sale. Initially they're supposed to be like $29. That's without the shipping and without the tax. And today, for some reason, they were dropped down to $17. I don't know if it's like an end of the year sale or something, but I jumped on it. I'm glad Hobby Lobby takes PayPal, so I ended up getting it for her. So in total, I only had to spend $27 with the shipping and the tax together. So that's way less than what I would have had to pay for it without shipping and tax. It probably would have been like almost $40 with shipping and tax or something like that. So yeah. What else is there? After I was done finishing Dominique's profile comic line art and passing it off to Monica, I ended up getting off at 3. And I was hoping to be in bed, but I didn't sleep for very long. I ended up waking up, and Monica got up at like 4:50 something. She went to the bathroom, and then she got in bed and she asked me, what time is it? I told her it's practically 5. You might as well just get up and make the pizza. So she did that. We ended up drinking the cider. We ate the pizza, and then we split up, and she went to go color in the comics, and I went to go make the new YouTube graphic for 2019. So it's ready. Originally, I wanted something that looked like craft paper mixed with white and gold, but I just couldn't get the gold to work no matter how many times I tried to apply it. So in the end, I just went with, white on craft paper. And like, part of me feels like I don't want to have to go and make so many pieces for this. I just want to make one picture and then just make just keep changing the text for it throughout the year. So I'm planning on keeping it like this for all year. The trouble is I need to think of what to do for the actual icon, which is the only thing I haven't done yet, which is the icon thing. So I have to say a weekly compiled journal, and I'll do that a bit later. Not at the moment. I ended up finishing and printing out the non-photo blue for the chapter 31 first extra for comic panel thing. So I have to line art that. Is there anything else? I think that's virtually it. Monica was watching the live stream for the Rose Parade, but she got off at like 9:30, and we ended up taking a shower. So that's where we are right now. I don't know what else we're planning on doing today. I don't think we're going to be going out. It's way too windy, and mostly everything should be closed. We were originally planning on doing the laundry today, but then we remembered that it wouldn't be open. So we decided to push it back to tomorrow instead. I think that's virtually it. I'm hoping to get back to working on chapter 48. I really need to think about, I'm trying to stay positive about the going forward with Warren's conversation with Tag, because so far the story's been moving very smoothly, and I'm a little nervous, which reminds me I need to think of an outfit for Tag to wear. I have printed out a few things, but I don't know if I want to put any of those items on him. I don't know if I want to give him something complex or something easy. Most likely I'll probably just give him something easy, something that Monica could just color in a second. Other than that, all the characters are going to be colored in full because they're going to be in well-lit spaces. I also need to draw a more defined outfit or a more distinct looking bunny suit for Laurel. Is there anything else? No, I really can't think of anything else. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty. It is Wednesday, but I have to go back to Tuesday really quick. So after I recorded, we ate lunch, and then we did a little light cleaning around the house. I ended up finishing the line art for the comic for the first extra for chapter 31, so that's done now, and I scanned and I passed it off to Monica, but she didn't make very much distance with coloring it in. I made some distance with the chapter 48 script. It was going pretty good, so I was pretty confident in it. And then we ended up getting off at around 3ish, and then we started preparing for the laundromat, and then we went straight to bed. So I woke up at about like 2 a.m. I got out of bed at 3. I went straight to finishing the art for the second extra for chapter 31. I got tired and I got off at 4:30. I kicked Monica out of bed at 5:30 so she could make breakfast early, and then we left for the laundromat as soon as we were done eating breakfast. At the laundromat, I ended up writing up until the second accusation scene, and we got home at 8. Around about 8, I'm not really sure. We hit Northgate, and initially they didn't have the water bottles we buy, so we tried to hit the 99-cent store, but they didn't have water bottles either. So we hit Target, and they didn't have it, so we went back to Northgate. I'm like, okay, fine, let's get the expensive stuff. So, right as we showed up, they were starting to restock it, so we're like, okay, well, let's just wait around for them to finish, and then we'll get the water. Aside from that, when we were at 99-cent store, we ended up getting this cute like 4-pack of Valentine's tissue boxes. They're adorable. They could pass off as spring tissue boxes too. Then we got some rolls of paper towel. We got a set, and then we got 2 separate ones from 99-cent. The set came from Northgate. It was the last set they had. And then we got back at about like 10. I resumed typing out what I wrote for chapter 48, and I landed the scene. But I haven't typed out the second half of what I wrote at the laundromat. So I'm thinking about continuing to either write it or try to continue typing it out. I think it probably would be better if I try to do something towards finishing Dominique's profile comic, because I haven't worked in the comics yet. Second one's still not done yet. Monica hasn't had a chance to work on it. So I ended up printing out the 3 scenes that consist of chapter 48, and with size 6 font, it was like really like, it was really small, so I had to increase it to 7.1, or was it 0.2? I don't remember. All I know is that I had to increase it a couple of sizes to get it to fit the page, and I'm a little worried that not a lot of things happen in it, and that it's gonna feel short. But then a part of me also feels like it seems like it might not fit. I'm a little worried because it's like 3 fucking scenes in it, and it's been a long time since I've ever done a chapter that had 3 fucking scenes in it. So yeah, I want to say not since the target practice in the first volume, but I'm like, I don't really know about that. I feel like that's mostly just 2 scenes. So yeah, after that we ate lunch, we hit the Anaheim Plaza. Daiso didn't have the exact portable scissors that we wanted, so we got a set of scissors that had a cover. And then we hit Walmart, and we got a couple of the little Valentine's decor, and then we got a couple of snacks, and then we headed home. So we got back at like 2:30. So I'm gonna go back on and work on that. She says she's tired, she wants to go to bed, so I'm just gonna figure she's gonna do that. I really want to try to finish, because like it's hump day. That means I have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to finish the first and second extra for chapter 31, 32. Technically, I need to do the first extra for chapter 32, because like that's almost done. So I think I should, if I don't do the artwork for Dominique's comic, I want to at least try to do the text for her profile, because I still haven't done that yet. It's fairly easy. So yeah. I can't think of anything else. We are planning on hitting Mainplace again, either on Thursday or Friday, to get the tea, because we only have his regular rooibos, and we like the honey bush and the green bows, so we're probably gonna stop and get that. I don't know. Just to figure out how to fit it in. Oh man, today was such a long day. Alrighty then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Thursday, but I have to go back to Wednesday really quick. So after I recorded, I completed Dominique's profile comic at 5. I went straight to bed, and then I woke up at about like 2:30, I think. And I jumped up because I realized I forgot to proofread chapter 18, so I had to quickly like run and do that. And that was all I did initially, and then I ended up finishing Dominique's profile text. And then I finished the second extra of chapter 31, so those are done. I finished them at about like, I think it was like 4:40, and then I made a title graphic thing for my new 2019 video journal, and then I got off at 5. And all I have left to do is just find some music for it, because I don't want to keep using the same music, and then I have to like move some music off of my old computer onto my new one. I don't know if I want to go back and use my 2017 music since I'm already in 2019. I don't know. I think I should just go find some new music. Okay, so I went to sleep, and then I ended up waking up at like 6:30. Monica told me that it was 6:30, so she got up, made breakfast. We ate it, we split up for the day. She worked on coloring in the second 4-panel comic that I hadn't. She went back to coloring the second 4-panel comic she didn't finish yet, and then I did the storyboard for chapter 48. And we finished at about lunchtime. We stopped at like 9:30 to eat. And then we left like at 10:40 for Mainplace. So on our way there, we hit the park that's before it, and then we browsed the Marshalls that's a little bit after the park, and we got some towels that she had been eyeing. And then after that, we went straight to Barnes & Noble. We locked up. We walked to Mother's Market. They did not have the green rooibos. They only had honeybush, and they only had 3 boxes of honeybush. So we bought all 3 of them. So then we went back to Barnes & Noble. We browsed this stuff. They had the Valentine's Beanie Boos. I hate all of them. Oh my god, I hate all of them so much. I'm looking forward to the Easter ones. They're gonna have a chicken, and I'm waiting for them to make the chicken. Oh god. All right, so yeah, we browsed the Beanie Boos. We looked at the books. I was very tempted to get the Tales of Zestiria manga because I know the artist. It's the same artist who drew Horikawa and Kanesada, which is why I was tempted to get it. But I also felt like I didn't care about the Wisteria enough to get it. I do like the way the art was done. I mostly just want to look at the artwork, but like I felt I can literally go on the internet and find it, so I was gonna go find it later. Other than that, I don't know what time we left Barnes and Noble. We went straight home. We got back at like 2:40. I think we left Barnes and Noble at about like 1:40 something. I can't remember. Or was it 1:30? I don't remember. I ended up telling her that we're probably going to get home between like 1 and 3, but it was almost 3. So we ate dinner and then we split up. So I'm recording audio right now. I need to unload this phone. I need to edit the audio. I need to find a new song for the background. And then I need to color in the 4-panel comic for chapter 31. And then once that's done, I can put text on Fauna and her father and then load chapter 31 and 32 to all the mirrors. I'm super excited about that. So that's what I'm hoping to do. If not tonight, then tomorrow. And if all goes well, I have no idea. Other than that, I think that's virtually it. Alright then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one.